What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pick Six Nation. And this time it's going to be episode number 176. And my guest for this episode is Brent Mason. Brent, thank you so much for coming back on, man. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to talk about the draft with you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Exciting draft. Some good quarterbacks, receivers, offensive tackles, and then some guys that can change your team's dynamic on defense. So a really exciting draft coming up tomorrow. Could there be some big trades? What else could happen before, or is it what's gonna play out?
Yep, I'm excited about that too. Vikings potentially trading up. I mean, that could be really huge. Now, as I've updated my mock draft, I have Brock Bowers going to 10, which would make a lot of sense. What do you think?
Yeah, you like him going to the Jets, Brock Bowers?
Brock Bowers, yes.
Yeah, I like it. I think he's going to go a lot higher than people have him going originally. I've been interested to see do the Bears draft him at 9 potentially, and do a traditional Patriots when they had really good tight ends, 2 tight ends a couple receivers, and do a Cole Kmet, Brock Powers tight end crew. I mean, that could be a really dangerous combination for a new quarterback coming to Chicago. They unleashed the new lakefront today stadiums, so it looks pretty good.
I saw that.
Things are a lot of good news coming out of Hallis Hall for the Bears.
Yes,
but I like that. Yeah, if he falls to the Jets, talk about a great weapon for Aaron Rodgers to get back in the game. A tight end that's a super athlete. I've got a kid I've worked with in the past that's down there at University of Georgia right now.
Nice.
He was a tight end football kid. He tells me you would not believe the kind of athlete this guy is, doing backflips on the field and his football equipment, like being
on the routes, that's awesome.
Keeping up fast, like a really tremendous athlete. I know the Colts like him as well. Some people have said the Colts at 15 maybe make a play for him if he falls. I've seen other things that people are taking him as high as Tennessee at 7. So who knows? Maybe even New York. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah. We'll see how it.
But definitely a good pick.
Yes, 100%. We'll see just what happens in the draft. I mean, I would be really happy with the Bears taking Rome Odunze at 9. I've kept that.
Yeah, I like that pick. I think they stay with the offensive theme, and if they go to Caleb Williams and they're not trading that pick, I mean, could there be a big trade and the Bears trade it away and take a Jalen Daniels or somebody different?
Jalen Daniels.
Yeah, does somebody do that? Do the Bears do that? He's been pretty hush-hush on what he's doing. He still hasn't made it public and newsworthy that Caleb is our guy. He's our number one target. So it's still interesting. Does Washington make a push? Does somebody try to make a push and trade up with the Bears? And does Poles do it? Or is he in love with Caleb Williams? But I like that. I like that pick at 9. I like Rome Odunze for Washington. He's a really a good receiver. It seems like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik from LSU are going to be the other top receivers that are going to go top of the board. So I like that pick. I can see him fall into a little bit more, and maybe getting picked up by the Broncos or another team. Maybe the Falcons even take him before. So interesting to see what he'll do. Good player out of Washington.
Yeah, 100%. I'm also very interested to see what happens with the Broncos, what happens with the Raiders. Like, there's so much that I'm interested to see what's happened.
Those teams out there in the all 3 of them. I mean, you think about all 3 of them that are chasing Kansas City got to do something. The Raiders got a new stadium in Las Vegas. They're trending upwards. They got a nice young coach who's a solid linebacker for the Giants, and really a tough old school football player. Looks like he's going to be a tough coach, and really gets his guys to rally around him. So it'll be interesting to see what they do to try to catch up with Kansas City. The Broncos really in shambles. The Russell Wilson thing did not work out. And they've got to make a decision on how they're going forward. And Russell's out of there. He's in Pittsburgh. Him and Justin Fields, a little battle. It's going to be an interesting storyline, too, heading into the season with Pittsburgh. And then you've got the Chargers with Jim Harbaugh coming out there to take over San Diego. Does he draft J.J. McCarthy 5 and get rid of Herbert? Like, what could happen to all these guys to chase Kansas City? So a lot going on in that conference. I agree, Mikey.
Yes.
Exciting things to try to catch up with Kansas City, and a tough task if you're in that conference.
Yeah, it is a tough task if you're in that division. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
really
AFC
is
West
tough.
is Kansas City's dominated. It seems like there's no stopping it anytime soon.
Yeah, 100% true. 100% true.
Talk to me about the Falcons. Where you think they're going? They leaning defense? Do they get somebody to protect the quarterback on the O line? Um, where you think they're headed, Mikey?
I still think they take Jared Verse
Yeah,
right now. I
yeah. You
mean,
take the Florida State defensive end. Yeah, some thought he might drop to the Bears potentially too if he was
yeah,
available. Would the Bears think about taking him over a Duze? Um, yeah, he seems like he's jumped up the board. He's been kind of one of these jump out players since all the combine and everything has started.
yes,
Everyone
yes,
thought it was
yes,
going to be Dallas Turner was the big pass rush guy, the guy you couldn't miss on, you guy you had to have. Looks like he's sliding a little bit from Alabama, and the kid from Florida State's moving up the chart. So it'll be interesting to see where he falls. He could be one of
yeah,
these defensive guys that surprise some people, come off the board. Maybe come off the board as early as 7 with Tennessee. But Bears, Jets, and the Falcons all in play for him. He definitely, we think he's going to
100%.
have a top 10 night. Yeah, I like that call, Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about his Xavier Legette on the last show that we did.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about him. I'm
Yeah, you like
really
him. I like the kid from UCLA. I think he's going to have a good
yes,
career and
yes.
going to be a good Tatatua, or is that his
Laiatu
name?
Latu.
Latu. Yeah. I
Uh,
think he's got a real chance from UCLA to surprise some people and be kind of a hybrid linebacker defensive end. So I like him. But I think he'll probably go a little later. I don't think he's going to be able to slip in that top 10.
okay,
Titans. I think they take his dad was a great NFL football player, a great lineman, and I think they go with the kid from Alt from Notre Dame. I think Tennessee tries to secure up that line if he's not off the board earlier to the Chargers or Giants. I just don't see Hardball taking a Notre Dame guy fifth when I think he's got two Michigan in his heart and head. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to make a trade or do something real silly and surprise a lot of people with maybe a McCarthy pick and something's going on and Herbert gets traded. I don't know. So I've got Alt there at 7. I just don't think Chargers going to pick him. Giants, I think they could use some offensive line help, but I think they're going to go another way.
okay.
What are you thinking for the Titans?
I still think they take Joe Walt.
You like the Joe Alt too?
To Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think the Giants take Malik Neighbors.
Giants go receiver. He gets off the board early. A lot of people
Yes,
surprised he
yes,
goes off the
yes,
board
yes.
before Rome. Yeah, I think that's pretty standard. And then
Yeah,
Chargers. These next 4 plus the Bears. I mean, a lot. You've got a really good player in Marvin Harrison, who probably all these teams could use. I still think he's the best player on the board and the most talented kid. And he could go to 4. I think. Does somebody trade up? Do the Bears trade up their 9 pick and try to get up to get him with something with another deal? Are they doing something different? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in these next. Who do you like with the
I
Chargers? Who do you think the Chargers go?
I have Talise Fuaga going to the Chargers.
Yeah.
I I have him going to the Chargers. I have Marvin Harrison Jr.
To the Cardinals.
to the Cardinals. Yes.
And then
I
what do you
don't. I
think
don't.
quarterback? What do you think?
Like,
Are there a lot of people speculating trade? That a lot of people are trying to trade up into that 3rd spot. Even the Broncos, even some other teams up there for New England. Does New England do a traditional old New England? Hey, we'll give up this pick early to get some more picks and increase our draft stock and our volume of players we get in the board for practice and for spring camp. So I think you can see some movement there. I don't think
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think the Patriots see anybody they love. I'm surprised they don't love Marvin Harrison and just do that. But that seems like they haven't really been interested in it. They're more focused on, or the Giants. Do the Giants trade them Daniel Jones, and then they get who do they get, and let the Giants get maybe the quarterback they want, and then what happens is then the Giants. Get that later pick.
yeah.
with New England, and New England takes Marvin Harrison Jr. if he's still around. If the Chargers don't take him, so a
Right.
lot of
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of a lot of moving parts could happen. I'm interested to see if any GMs really got the poker shades on and ready to make moves tonight. And if there's some trades, there's some action, there's some players getting moved. Could be a real exciting draft. I think
100%.
there's something. I think there's something. It's almost like the March Madness tournament. I think there's something we're not seeing that's going to happen tomorrow. But if you had to play it out, it seems like the Giants are going to take Malik Neighbors from LSU, wide receiver, unbelievable athlete, unbelievable wideout, a lot of pro potential. You got Alt going to Tennessee, so he's off the. He could have went to maybe the Chargers. Did the Chargers take one of these tackles early? If they don't surprise people, go JJ McCarthy maybe just because uh, um, Harbaugh was just his coach, and maybe Herbert's on the way out. Maybe they're trading Herbert, to Seattle or to a Denver or something like that.
Okay.
So I think they could be some. I think the Chargers could be in some moves, but the Patriots. I think the Patriots. I don't think they love. Maybe they do love Jaden Daniels, but I think maybe Washington's going to take him if they Bears go Caleb Williams. So I don't think the new staff and the Patriots are in love with Drake May. So I don't see that, and I don't see them really getting up there to JJ McCarthy or Penix. I think they stay away from those guys. So I could see the Patriots trading the pick. And then Washington, I'm interested to see what Washington does. Does Washington really that much in love with Caleb Williams, and they're really willing to trade everything for that one pick to get Caleb Williams, and the Bears move back one pick, and who knows what? They take the Jaden Daniels, they surprise everyone, and they like Jaden Daniels more, or
Maybe.
pull a Mitch Trubisky and they draft Drake May and he becomes a dud. I mean, who knows what could happen?
Right. Who knows what can happen? Absolutely.
So a lot of change, a lot of action could happen the very beginning of the draft, and then I kind of feel like it's going to level itself out. The teams are going to look what's best for them, what their needs are, and they're going to go after those players. I think there's a lot of depth in that after that 10 to 20. Even 25, I think there's a lot of depth where guys can fill gaps. If you're just looking for the player fit and you see something you like,
yes,
I think there's a lot of guys that can step up and do that. I think Dallas Turner is going to be a great pro. I think some of the running back options, even a little later in the first, could help some teams. You really need one. Fresh young legs. And I think there's a couple. Cooper DeJean's a player I like. I'm interested to see how he does, where he fits. I could see him landing, in that top 20 and being a really a versatile player in the secondary for somebody that might be people that haven't been around him or seen him realize how athletic he is and how much he loves football. And he's got a great brain, a real cerebral player for football. But so it really exciting. I'm excited to see it Thursday. It's always a great tradition now in the NFL, and I think it's in I think we're in Detroit this year.
Yes, we are in Detroit.
Yeah,
yes,
Detroit this year. So Detroit fans are going to be out. They're happy. Their football's back. They'll show up for it. Good day to get out in the city and talk about your Lions, what they're going to do heading into next year. So really exciting season.
Yep, 100%. That's 100% true. I think that about covers it.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had we've had some other information. We had the bad incident with the Rice and the car accident.
Yeah.
That we hate to see it. You gotta talk to players about being safe and taking care of themselves. That was a scary situation, and he's in some legality problems with the people that he crashed into. Very dangerous situation that could have been even worse. And then you got the Bears showing today their new potential stadium. It seems like
I saw
making a part, being a bridge to connect the museums with this potential new stadium on the lake. I think that really sets Chicago ahead as one of these world-leading sports cities in not the country, the world. I think people were going to see that when we almost got the Olympics that year. But we keep a stadium in the city. We're one of the only major cities in the top 5 in population that has all their sports stadiums in city proper downtown. Looks like Chicago's going to keep it that way. And I think it was a great day for the city.
100%. I 100% agree with you on that for sure.
Well, that's great. I guess we'll check in, and maybe we'll throw some tweets out and some stuff on social
Yes,
media
yes,
on
yes.
Thursday as we head into the draft. We know Schefter's got some phones to answer and
He
try to
does.
figure out some
That is
news
correct.
for everybody. And Mel Kiper's got the picks that are going to click, letting everybody know his opinion. So it's going to be an exciting day. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to some young student athletes' dreams coming true. They get drafted, get to go play in the NFL, and
Yeah,
also make some pretty good money with it.
yeah. That's an incredible opportunity for them. I'm really excited for the draft. I can't wait for it. I'm really excited for the draftees.
Yeah, you got to be the families. They're so excited. They've been along that journey, and now they've got
Yes, yeah, yeah.
the ultimate. You're entering amateurism, and you are leaving amateurism, entering into professional sports, and receiving a paycheck and all that comes with it. The what do they call it? The fraternity of it. Fraternity is maybe not the word I want to use, but of being an NFL player and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what it's like
100%.
to wear the uniform and be a part of it. And it's became a sacred sport in America, and you could almost argue as much as baseball was America's original sport and original love. It seems it's shifting more than ever towards football, and football is America's sport these days. So
Yes.
exciting times. Looking forward to
Yeah.
that, and then we can get back together. We've got kind of off-season moves. We've got predictions for the divisions and for the league. A lot happening. A lot happening after this draft and heading into the summer before the teams get ready for the preseason.
Yes, 100% true. 100% true.
So it's a great show, Mikey.
Thank you so much for coming
on. And
Yeah.
let me know what you need, if you need me to come on again. And I'll be looking forward to seeing what you kind of tweet and post on social media heading
There's
into
a
this
lot.
draft and after the draft. What really gets you excited? How our picks line up? So I'll talk to you
100%.
tomorrow. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming on. You're welcome anytime. It was really nice having you on. I had a lot of fun talking the NFL draft with you. It was great.
I agree, Michael. Great show.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care, man. Have a good one.
You as well.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. Bye. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Take care, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.